Hello everyone, I'm Zakupocalypse, and welcome to my Friday the 13th walkthrough for the NES. Highly regarded as one of the tougher NES games, Friday the 13th sees you trying to survive 3 days at Camp Crystal Lake. Unfortunately for us, series antagonist Jason Voorhees would rather see us not survive this summer. So, how are you not only supposed to survive, but also defeat Jason, and to make sure that one of the little ankle biters makes it home to mommy and daddy so they can tell them about their summer being chased by a psychopathic ex-minor league hockey league player with mommy issues?
So to begin with, you're going to want to choose either Mark or Chrissy as the counselor you run around as. Both these characters run faster and jump higher, which you're going to need to get around the map quicker. When Jason attacks the children on the lake, you have to get there pretty quickly, and the slower characters just won't cut it. This is pretty much the only hint the game gives you, and it's pretty much useless. So to start, your main goal is going to be to track down the torch. It does the highest amount of damage to Jason, and it's your only chance of surviving night 3. Thing is, they don't really tell you or make it very easy to get to the torch. The first thing you really need to do is go outside and jump around a lot. You don't really have to attack many enemies, but jumping around is what causes things to spawn. The things that you're really wanting to get right here are the key, the lighter, and a knife. Once you have these 3 items, you're going to want to make your way to the large cabin that's located in the upper left-hand corner on the lake. It's actually right next to the forest, but that's where you're going to want to start. So once you've made your way there, walk into the cabin and take 2 steps forward and 1 step to the right. This is where the torn note will appear, letting you know to go into the woods. Once you've got the note, go out of the cabin and go left to the forest. Now here's the trick part. The forest is a maze. So once you're in the forest, what you want to do is go right until you see the first path up. Hit up, then hit up again. Go into the cabin, go up twice, look to your right, the note should be there. Basically, it tells you that fire does the most damage to Jason. So you're going to want to go ahead and leave the forest. Go right till you see the first path down, take that down, continue right, and then down one more time. Once you're outside, go to the right, and the very first cabin you come across, go inside. Go inside, take 2 steps, turn completely around, and the torch should appear. Now you're ready to take on Jason himself. There's 2 options to fight Jason, 1 inside the cabins or 2 outside of the cabins. For night 1, it doesn't really matter which way you fight him. I kind of prefer fighting him inside just because little dodges are a little bit easier. And you're avoiding that first hit that he will always make if you fight him outside. The trick is just trying to avoid Jason's attacks, which you can easily do by hitting down and left on the D-pad at the exact same time. Jason's attack patterns are pretty easy to dodge. He'll run up to you, slash at you, and then you just dodge. Sometimes he'll do a double attack. It's still pretty easy to dodge, at least on night 1. Night 2 is a completely different story, but we'll touch on that more later. Just make sure to keep dodging, you'll do alright. Don't forget that you can go into any small cabin, press start, and switch to any other counselors that may be being attacked by Jason at that time. You won't do as much damage because they won't have the torch, but you can actually run outside with those characters and grab a knife or something just to provide a little extra damage. Alternatively, if you're going to die soon and you know it and you have the torch, pass it off to another counselor because once you die, that torch goes with you. So the other advantage of fighting Jason inside the house is once he hits that 7 HP, he's not running away anymore. He's going to stay in that house and he's going to fight you to the death. As long as you can keep dodging, you're going to do alright here. Patience is key. Just make sure you're avoiding his attacks and getting at least 1 or 2 in. If he's just running side to side and you don't hit him, it's not a big deal. He'll always back away. Once he goes down, it's now on to night 2. At the beginning of day 2, you'll notice all counselors that were still alive are now at full health. Additionally, the person who killed Jason on night 1 will actually be protected from death at least once. If they hit 0 HP, they come back with about 5 HP left. As I said earlier, Jason's attack patterns do change a little bit while he's inside. You'll notice that he'll move slowly and then suddenly speed up, maybe attack twice rapidly or maybe just twice in a row like he does with night 1. It's a little harder to predict his patterns, so it's a lot easier to fight him outside. Yeah, you're going to take the guaranteed hit, but if you have the torch, you're also doing a lot of damage to him. If you're forced to fight Jason inside, just do your best, keep dodging, and eventually, with enough hits, he'll go away.
The easiest way to ensure that your counselors will stay alive is to make sure that one of them is staying on the lake while another one stays nearby. You can generally swap out weapons that way, and if one starts to get low, switch over to the one with the higher HP, go outside, and try to find a potion. Make sure he doesn't have the torch, because like I said, if you jump, you grab something else, you've kind of lost it. This also goes well with your little peon guys. If you have to chase after some place or something like that because Jason is there, and you end up taking damage, swap it out with the peon that you just saved, have him go out, him or her, and get some potions. They don't heal a whole lot, however you can carry multiple ones, so if you're really, really lucky, you'll go outside, pick up 4 or 5 potions, and then you'll be able to come back inside and cure like one of your better counselors, say Chrissy or Mark.
Eventually, on day 2, you'll end up killing Jason, and you'll eventually get this screen. At this point, you should have at least a couple of counselors left. Hopefully you got 3 to 4 left, and at least 10 children, because chances are Jason's going to make it to the cabins one of those times, and you're not going to be able to make it in time. Day 3 is definitely the hardest of all the days. Jason's movement speed is just ridiculous. He doesn't actually do any more damage. It's just he does move a lot faster, so it's a lot harder for you to get your hits in. Fighting him outside, you're obviously going to get more damage in. He's going to do less damage to you. So if at all possible, try to fight him inside. However, if you get inside and he's stuck with 7 HP, you're fighting him to the death. But hopefully you'll see this screen before it's all said and done. And if you're really, really lucky, maybe the ankle biters won't return to camp next year. As a little bonus here, when I played through this the first time just to get, the game beat, I skipped Jason's mother. I did not want to play this game again. I had played it, I have no many times I've played this just to try to get that run. The game's not easy, but there was the battle against Jason's mom. There's the pitchfork that she drops. If you don't have the torch on day 3, if you've lost it somehow, it's not a bad alternative. But overall, the torch is still going to be a better weapon.
So that wraps up our walkthrough of Friday the 13th for the NES. Hopefully you had some fun, hopefully you might have learned something, and next time you play this game, hopefully you'll put the beat down on the little weird mama's boy. Do make sure you stay tuned. Later this evening, we will be live streaming, or at least attempting to live stream, the Friday the 13th game that was released in 2018. Might have been 2017. I don't really know. Semantics. A lot of server issue changes and stuff like that, but we do have a small group going. So hopefully we'll be able to get a few games in, and after that will be the Friday the 13th Part 6 Watch Along Reaction Party. I should be streaming that here. If not, it'll be on YouTube, which I will be able to provide the links probably at the end of the live stream for Friday the 13th later. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining me. I'm Zakupocalypse, and hopefully I'll see you later. Bye.